listen, never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Getting on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be talking to right now than David Ortiz. Fact.
That's a fact.
I mean, it's been like that for how many years now?
Been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I appreciate you.
I got you, my brother.
I'm building you up now. All right? It must be awesome seeing your son here, man.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, that we all dreams, and he's the type of kid that he grew up into this environment, and he have an idea of what it takes to make it to the big league, and not just made it to stay there. So a lot of hard work coming from myself. He was there watching, and coming into camp and listening to what everybody had to say about him, it made me very proud.
When did you get the feeling that, this could happen? Because listen, there's a lot of good kids, right? There's a lot of good former players' kids. There's a lot of good kids he played against, everything else. But it seemed like he's doing well, and sometimes it just clicks, right?
It's just dedication, man. Dedication, and as being young and getting to know the things that you want to do, the things that you want to accomplish, combined with the discipline and dedication. It's something that goes hand with hand, and he gets it. He's a hard-working kid. He won it. And the most important thing, I don't have to push him.
Yeah. How is he compared to, how old is he now?
20.
How is he compared to 20-year-old you?
Well, it's not a...
And I'm not saying he has to be as good as you. I'm just
No, yeah, it's not a fair comparison because it's different times. In my case, I think it's got to be harder for him because I got no other choice. He had choices. So when you don't have no choice, you have to just agree with things, probably things that you don't even like. But when you have choices, it's different. And he don't want to shuffle off his choices, he just want that. So he got a bigger challenge. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, being my son, it comes with a challenge also. Because everybody expects you to be good. And just because you're my son, it doesn't work that way. You have the gym, you got the tools, but if you don't want it, it's like it's never gonna happen.
I remember, but you've been a good parent, and I know this. I'm not just saying this to build you up. But I remember talking when D'Angelo was a little kid, and you said, I'm not just gonna give him all this crap load of money. I'm not gonna I
don't raise my kid like that.
Right? No, I know, but you said that early on. I'm not gonna, and that's. So what I'm saying is that the challenge you handle this well. I think is what I'm saying.
Thank you.
He seems like a good kid.
The one thing that I always emphasize on my kids is show them what real life is all about. Their lifestyle, the way they grow up, and that's not reality. You're lucky that you have those opportunities, but in the real world, this is what it is, and they got the memo. They got the memo. You got to be humble. You gotta get along with people. You're not gonna hear what you want all the time, but sometimes you're gonna have to agree. And I try to teach them all that, and I'm a very, very proud dad because all my kids they're good kids, professional, all of them. They try to follow my step, and you know, I would say they're very lucky kids because they have parents that really care about them and really did what it takes to for them to be good citizens.
And also, not everybody gets to see their dad walk around in a uniform. By the way, in the best shape of your life. Best shape of our live season.
Oh man!
I mean, I'm not even joking, man. You might be in the best shape of your life.
Well, I'm trying to stay busy so I don't sit down to just eat.
I'm telling you, at spring training, you know, sometimes it wasn't the best shape of your life. I remember I was talking with somebody about this. Actually, I was talking on the radio broadcast about this yesterday. I said, listen, let's not go crazy over spring training stats. And I always remember Johnny Miller coming up to you, and you were like, because you had some slow starts in spring training, right? And you said to Johnny, you said, last time I checked, they don't put spring training stats in the back of baseball
You know
cards.
what I'm saying?
It was so good. But you know, it's like you have the ultimate example of, hey, I'll be ready. Don't worry about it, right?
That's what spring training is for. You know, like a lot of people come, you know, to spring training having a freaking headache about if I'm ready, if I'm not. You know, the one thing that you need to do once you come to spring training is be ready physically.
Mm-hmm.
That is
don't pop a
no
hamstring.
question. No question. You have to do your maintenance, you work out, other stuff. So when you come to spring training, physically you're ready. Now the mechanical part of it, of the game, this is what it is for. Because you come from the off season. You're not facing pitchers during the off season. You're batting off. You know, you're doing you batting thing just to make sure you stay put. But your timing, once you get to spring training, it's not gonna be quiet there right away.
And you tell these guys that. I mean, that's one of the great things of having you here, man.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Crochet, for example, today, and he told me, I'm just working on my location and my velocity and stuff like that, and I told him, hey, that's what spring training is for. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that to him, his face went like, you know what, you're right. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're here. That's why you don't go from the off season to the season.
Right. Yeah. That's why we get to hang out in Florida for a month and a half.
You think after the first couple of weeks here, you think you're going to still be here?
Yeah.
You want to go for the season. As a player, that's a player mentality. But your body needs those 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
To get into the season form.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because baseball is that tough.
Yeah.
Baseball is all about timing.
Yep.
Baseball is all about recognition. Okay?
Yeah.
And it takes a minute to get there. It doesn't happen from day to night, people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because my last name is Ortiz, that doesn't mean that I can step at the plate and hit a bomb right now.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't work that way. No, don't let me fool you. This is all bumper. It's all cararola. You know when a car look good on the outside and the inside, the engine doesn't work.
All I remember is that you were playing on stumps for last year, right? I forget if you said it or if Dan Dyrick said it. He's playing on stumps.
I'm telling you, man, you know, like a lot of people, you know, I'm always busy going here and there. A lot of people see me, damn, Papi, you're in good shape. You look like you can play again. No. It doesn't work that way, people. So, 48, 49, going into 50. I can't remember who was the last player that played into his late 40? Ichiro?
Oh, wow. Manny kept yelling about Julio Franco. Remember that?
You're not gonna see that prototype again.
No, man. I remember Julio Franco.
Yeah. Julio Franco is like 70 right now. He's still ripped.
Yeah, he's still ripped.
You're not gonna see that.
Yeah, well, it's like try to throw like a 98 mile an hour sweeper.
You know what I'm saying?
But so another thing that I remember, this comes from the press. That bench over there.
Mm-hmm.
We've had, for the last few years, it's been boring. but you were never boring, right?
I know,
I mean,
man.
like we would always remember like the time where
we always had something going
oh,
on.
it was what was the time like? Hey, do you realize that the rule changed about taking your feet outside the box and you went off? And we're like, oh, this is awesome, right?
You know what though?
Yeah, it helped you. You remember you said that by the end of the year.
It was perfect for me.
Right.
It was perfect for me. Matter of fact, I see a lot of changing right now that I would love.
Yeah.
Like for example, you know that sometimes it was on a bat that the pitcher and catcher they had to go and have a conversation right after every freaking pitch.
It was the worst.
That would have like I was like, man, these people are trying to mentally work me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it cut off like your momentum.
Yeah.
Like I had a bat that catchers and pitchers they have like 3 meetings in the mound.
Yeah.
After every 1 or 2 pitches.
Yeah.
You know, so that rule now.
Yeah, you want to get let's go.
Oh,
move on to the next pitch.
And you know what? Another rule
Yeah.
I would love the guy that comes in that had to face 3 batters. Oh, that would have been perfect for me. So I don't have to be.
Well, I'll give you another one.
Uh-huh.
Right? You would have. I don't know. You're already in the Hall of Fame. You would have been in the next level Hall of Fame. I don't know what your numbers would have been between not bringing in a lefty, having lefty have 3 hitters, but also what was the other one? Oh, I was just thinking of it.
How about this
the
one?
shifts. The shifts.
Oh yeah.
The shifts. I mean,
you know that take a lot of hits away from me.
That's like saying it's sunny out right now. I know.
Without that, I think it would have put me over 3,000 hits.
Oh, there's no question.
Right?
0.
And another one that they are implementing right now is the one that you can.
Oh, the ABS, the review.
The review for the strike.
Oh yeah, it's a trip, man. It's crazy.
What do you think about that?
You
think it's going to slow the game down?
No, it doesn't slow the game down.
No, because it's quick right away, right?
It's you pat it on the head, you step out, they show. Well, another thing I love is they show it up on the screen so everybody can see it, and it's like boom, there it is, and everyone's waiting. You know, it's like it's this anticipation, and then how are you going to argue it? You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's just getting it right. So it's so what I was going to say was. So when Devers does his thing, I'm like, oh, the other, like the no press conference.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, oh, this is how it used to be. What was your thinking when you saw that? Like,
well, at the time, I wasn't familiar with what was going on, and everything happened really fast. The signing Bregman happened. We wasn't sure we was gonna sign Bregman. The whole because sometimes as a player you don't understand. Transactions. You don't understand the possibility of getting a player or not getting a player. Only the front office, the management know about it. And sometimes they had to make a move so quick that sometimes don't even give you a chance to talk to the players.
Right.
I saw that many times, but I was open to whatever the team was thinking because my mindset was winning. And if you are trying, like the Red Sox are trying to get this team better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it seems like it was a little bit of lack of communication, but it wasn't like it was on purpose. It's because of how everything went down.
A lot of stuff went down fast.
Went down fast. So when Devers was doing the interview, I, as a spectator, I was confused also because I don't know if he don't know. I don't know.
But you can also feel for him.
Of course,
right?
Devers is a thunder.
Yeah.
You don't like. I don't want him to feel like he was left alone, or I don't want him to feel disappointed about the way the organization made the move because the organization will never try to hurt, especially a guy like Devers. Sometimes there's a situation that happens. And you have to move fast and go in that direction because he said a year ago, we gotta get good players.
Yeah,
I want to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what the organization is trying to do now. That we all need to be on the same page, especially as a player, and understand situations sometimes. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because David is a great competitor. The team is trying to bring players in like Bretman to get the things better. And at some point, it's all about bring the ego aside and understanding.
That's hard to
situation.
do, though. It's hard. So I understand why Devers did what he did, right? I understand that.
Yeah, David is a great kid, and I don't want anybody to take to get the wrong idea about him. He's a great kid.
Yeah.
He's all about the business.
Yeah.
He comes in,
And
he don't say much.
And a good teammate, too.
Yeah, he's a great teammate.
Yeah.
Everybody loves David.
Yeah.
You know, and one of my favorite players. I'm on his corner of all time, you know what I'm saying? But I want him to also understand that this organization is trying to build up good players around him. That he don't have to take the pressure of all time, that he don't have to do it on his own all time. You know, and it take a minute to get there. The Red Sox is an organization that in our time, we got people used to winning. Mr. John Henry, Linda, the whole management, they know that. And trust me, this offseason, they were hunting.
Well, yeah.
I was part of it.
Yeah,
I can tell you.
Yeah,
The Red
the
Sox
Soto
were,
stuff. Yeah.
They were hunting.
Yeah.
They were hunting. That didn't happen. Well, at some point, it get out of your hands.
Yeah.
At some point, I mean.
But not like they came up empty. You know?
No. I mean, look, we got Crochet, we got Chapman, we got some other guys. I mean, the organization is trying.
But that's what you're saying about Devers. That's what he asked for. But you know, as you said, like I don't know what's going to happen. It's conversations. You have to keep the conversation.
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Okay.
We're going to be all right.
Okay.
I promise you that. We're going to be fine. Everybody going to be on the same page. We had the best manager in baseball, which is Alex Cora. I tell you, I would have loved to have a manager like him during my playing time, because Alex is not just a manager. Alex is, he understands the player feelings, you know, better than anybody I have ever seen. I mean, I've been around Alex.
He's the perfect guy to manage this situation.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And we had a great GM, Breslow. He loved communication. We got a great president, Sam. I mean, and we had the best owners in baseball, which is the Henry and the whole team. I mean, this organization is not asleep and just waiting for things to happen magically.
Yeah, well, that's when I looked at that 2004 Netflix documentary. That was the biggest difference for me.
Of course.
Like, remember like how aggressive they were about, but to go back to the, you know, no matter what happens, switching positions is always hard.
It's hard.
Right? You did it. Right?
It's hard.
You went through it. I mean, I would imagine when they said, hey, you know.
I came with the mentality of playing first base here. I never came with the mentality.
No, they worked you out. Yeah.
Of being a full-time DH. But guess what? I was the type of player that the longest I can hurt you and win games, I would do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You know.
But how long did that take you to get your head around it?
Well, it didn't take me long. It didn't take me long. It just. But my mentality is different than a lot of people. You know, like one thing I want to do is hit. I want to be in the line no matter what.
You just want to hit.
I just want to hit. You know, and when it comes down that we have guys capable of playing an amazing first base like Doug Makevich at the time when he came, Millar. You know, I was focusing on doing my thing, which was hitting. You know, and I know our team was going to be better having those guys out there. You know, and I just got prepared for it, but not everybody's me. I cannot look at Devers or anybody else thinking, oh, I did it, why they can't? Everybody's different. Now, what I can tell you is that switching position is not an easy thing to do, especially when you are so used to being on one angle of the field, you know, and Devers go down that path. You know what I'm saying? That's all he knows, you know, playing third base. But I think at some point before the season begins, everything gonna be lined up the way we expect. I think we're gonna have a great communication with Devers. I think Devers and during the process, there is always a process. He will understand where we at, what gonna make us better, because he wanna win. He's a winner. The way that guy carrying himself on that field every day, there's no doubt about him.
You know,
wanting
you
to win.
said he's like, he's not you, you're not him, but it's good that he has a mentor like you
Of course.
to say, hey, listen, I went through something like this. This is how I thought. I've also seen other guys, other guys go through stuff, and this is how they handled it, good or bad or whatever. So it's good that he can talk to you, is what I'm saying.
Of course, everybody need a mentor.
Yeah.
Especially during this career, everybody needs someone that had done it before, someone that had experience, someone that you can listen to. I didn't do everything on my own. I have mentors. I have people that used to tell me how to get things done, and I'm very thankful that I listen to them. Because sometimes you think you're doing the right thing, and it can turn down to be the wrong thing. Being young, my grandpa always used to say, being young is part of being stupid.
Hold on, let me write that down. I'm gonna make a T-shirt.
I was like, what? Wait a minute. What's that mean? Well, when you are young, you don't have the experience for things. You earn the experience without the time, and that's why you make a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you're right.
You're also more emotional when you're young too.
Exactly.
I mean,
You use your emotion more than anything else.
Right.
And you know what? I got to meet Mr. Warren Buffett one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my a dream come true
Oh,
moments.
really?
And I asked him for advice. And the first thing he told me was, don't you ever make a decision when you are either happy or sad or angry. No. Wait until you go back to your normal motion, your normal feeling, and then you make a decision. Every time you make a decision during those, emotional times, 99% is the wrong decision.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not a billionaire, because I always make my decisions when I'm at the bad times.
Yeah, listen, he said that to me like 9 years ago, and it made so much sense as I get older.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how it is. But not many of us know how to manage that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's a Devers situation or anybody else's situation. It's a human thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that at some point we're gonna go back to where we need to be. We had a good team. Our pitching. I'm so excited about our pitching.
David, a big thing for me is walking in that clubhouse. I said this the last few years. Like when I covered you, and that's through that run. Every time you walk in the clubhouse, it's like, oh man, good. Look at all these players, and there's no knock on the guys who are there. But it was, you guys had 8 all-stars,
Right.
all the time. And now this year it feels different. It feels that way.
Right.
You know who you don't have one, so. Was there any time where you actually thought, and I know that you said they were in it and everything, but you I think he's gonna go. I think we got him.
Oh yeah. I mean.
You did.
Oh yeah. We had have our moment. We have our moment. But unfortunately, I mean, when you are down to pay almost $900 million for a player.
Yeah. I mean, I was making up what is it called? Like oxtail recipes. I was ready to roll. Didn't you say his mom makes the best oxtail or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Chicken cook, Belky chicken cook.
Yeah. I thought you would go over to the condo.
I know.
I mean,
when you are on those negotiations.
Yeah.
It's very private.
Yeah.
And even the player is not allowed to say much.
Yeah.
Like Juan and me, we have a really good relationship. His family, very respectful family. But during those times, it was a little rougher than what you think, to have a conversation with him, because, of course, he had to go for what is best for him.
Yeah.
He respect me, he loved me, but it was a time where all he can do at the moment was listen to his family, to his agent, and go from there. I got my moment, to express myself. But after that, it was.
Where was that? Was that in the DR when you got a chance to like?
We're a neighbor in the DR.
No, I know.
We are neighbor.
But I know that you
like
were.
I get to see him all the time.
Yeah, but you had this like.
But I'm very respectful when it comes down to it because I know.
Yeah.
I know. So I got my moment to talk to his parents, and all that. But I guess they got what they really want.
They did. You know what? They got $800 million.
Good for them.
Good for them, man.
As much as I want him in this organization because I know what he brings to the table.
Yeah.
Juan Soto is not just a good batter. Juan Soto brings so much to the table. It's the kind of kid that you can build an organization around him without a doubt. The minute he walk in there, you want to learn something about him.
Well, I told you, I said this was their chance to get the next David Ortiz, and you can't. There's not a lot of human beings on the planet you can say that about.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he's great. I'm telling you, he's gonna make a big difference on that Mets organization. He got that power.
Well, I appreciate your time.
The best.
Listen, man, it's not spring training isn't the same of driving around Fort Myers, seeing you. You see
you and your body in a convertible. You guys can barely fit in.
Yeah. It's great.
Hey, I want to say hi to your wife, man. Hopefully she's watching right here.
She is, yeah.
You own me.
Yeah. Bradford family is a big fan of you, David Ortiz.
I love you guys.
All right, thanks, man.